Hello everyone and welcome back to Genesis X. My name is Glitch Cactus and joining me is Rice.
Hello, hello. Yes, we are back with our second set of Pool D.
Yes.
Like trying to figure out what we're what we're commentating. I think we have Vari3ty Squad versus Z tier players. Do you know anything about either of these teams?
Z tier players. I mean, who doesn't know any of these players? Fif Gen, Storm, Gus, and Luna. A very strong team of players. Luna, of course, playing Shot or Zap. Storm, looking at V-Shot, just frontline player. Gus on Machine Slosher and Tribe. Fif Gen playing 96 Stamper, V-Jet, or just Flex in general.
I've had the pleasure of playing with Fif Gen before, and Fif Gen plays everything. She can, you give her something, she can play it. Yeah. And it's crazy how like amazing Flex player Fif Gen can be. Luna, probably one of the best shot players we've ever seen.
Yes.
Same thing with Storm, amazing shot player, and Gus.
Mr. YouTube.
Mr. YouTube. Mr. Gus Splatoon. One of the best bucket players out there.
Yeah, like, I mean, and Gus is pretty well known around some of the LAN scenes, of course, always competing whenever they can, having a grand old time. And it's great to see them all here playing together under the name Z tier players. I would like to point out their fun fact is Luna is so much more famous than Fif Gen and Storm combined.
That's a crazy thing.
That's literally, I guarantee you Gus wrote that.
Probably.
Because Gus always tweets out the polls like, do you know who Fif Gen is? Do you know who Luna is?
Who's more famous?
Who's more
Luna
famous?
And,
it's like, and then the replies are always like, who's Fif Gen?
Who? No. Or it's like, Luna? Never heard of him. Yeah. But moving on to Vari3ty Squad. Vari3ty Squad, just sort of a mishmash of people.
Yes.
I recognize one name. The name is Kanan. Kanan?
Yeah.
You know,
we'll go with Kanan.
Kanan. We can be American about it.
A little bit, right?
Kanan being just a very veteran player. I've seen them around. They won the most recent High Ink. We were talking about Low Ink recently.
Talk about High Ink.
Most recent winner of High Ink, which was a while ago, but you know, in the community, in the competitive community for a while. But the other three I think are a little newer. Don't really recognize the names too much, but I'm sure they're ready to show us up, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I believe we saw PikaCuber earlier on commentary with Gem, Mr. Squid School. So, you know, it's cool to see them around and all these players just coming around. Their fun fact is that they're first-time competitors.
Hey.
So that's awesome. And how true is that? We don't know. Like you said, you've seen Kanan before on High Ink. So it's nice to think that maybe some of these players maybe either are veterans or haven't played in a while. So it's really cool to think that maybe, you know, it's just a great variety group of players who are probably just really good friends. And we're like, let's play in this really cool tournament together.
I mean, fits the name, Vari3ty Squad.
Yeah, absolutely. With the three. With the
three, yes.
Yeah,
Vari3ty Squad with the three.
Yeah, they took out the E.
Hey, they just want to be original, you know?
I don't blame them. I would too. I mean, like, we've had some great names. I mean, some names that we already see constantly either in tournaments and such like that, so that's pretty cool. Talk about our maps, though, that in our map list that we're looking at, we are going to be going... man, I'm sorry, I'm so lazy and trying to find things. Okay, Rainmaker Crableg.
Yes, Rainmaker Crableg being our first game. Rainmaker Crableg, I think we are going to see a battle of anchors. Okay. This map is very strong for anchors. I think Fif Gen might bring out that V-Jet. V-Jet with Vacuum on this map, I think is really good. I don't really see any anchors on the side of Vari3ty Squad, but lots of blaster players, people who can really poke at our enemy, you know. So I think this is going to be an interesting match.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure what the rest of the comps will be releasing. We obviously know we'll see a bucket, probably 2 shooters from Z tier with that maybe V-Jet. For Vari3ty Squad. Vari3ty Squad, you know, they are... I
mean, they have variety.
They have variety.
And that's what I like to see. I mean, they listed so many weapons that they play. Captain Nitro, shooters, rollers, brushes, and wipers, front and mid-line kind of player. Kanan, rapid deco range stamper, frontline or midline or sometimes backline player, PikaCuber, rapid deco range splash zap, midline or frontline player, and 123 video gamer ninja, splat, dualies, and rollers. Amazing.
You know, a huge variety, you never know what you'll ever see, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, ponder no longer. We are able to find out what these players are going to bring out in the first match of the day. There is the Jet Squelcher, like you mentioned, in Machine coming out as well with Shot and Zap. We have a scoped ZF Fin Charger coming out that's Crab, Splatana, Stamper, which is really good on this map. And of course, we do have the Splashdown Dualies followed with Nitro on the shot.
Yeah, we actually see double Zooka coming out from the side of Z-tier players. They have the Machine and the V-Shot. We see Storm on the V-Shot while Luna is on that N-Zap for that cooler support.
Right away, we see the shot going around, getting one, looking for two. Will they find it? Yes, they might. No! Oh, they will. Yes, guys, a little bit juked out there as now the space is being taken. Z-tier player trying to get one with Zooka. They get a pick on the pencil. They see one player striking around. Unfortunately, couldn't call it out. Storm going on the side here, painting up for the Rainmaker. They get the one Sharka behind the pedestal. They didn't even know they were there. And finding another one on the bottom. This is already a great gameplay for Z-tiers.
Yeah, and waiting out that splashdown, it takes down one, but they're able to cancel it, and it's just this Charger holding down the defense right now.
Yeah, and they're doing a great job at that. They will pick the Rainmaker just to kind of stall it. Vac will come out. Unfortunately, the Rainmaker drops down, but the Vac staying strong on it to keep it alive as long as possible. Filling up that Vac pretty quickly. Gets one with it. And they're taking it far left as the Crab will get popped out here. They are going to fall back a little bit behind. Try to go around the other route now, and they will get a little bit further. Just really juking out the members here of Vari3ty Squad.
Yeah, we see the second Zooka coming out. The Charger, oh, able to... Wait, no, that was the wipe out on the other side.
Yes, yes, but the Rainmaker did get picked off there at the end.
Yeah, for sure, that was the wipe out, and we just see the Jet Sculpture beaming 3 people down.
That's Fif Gen for you, being able to just have that great accuracy and using the range advantage on the Squelcher for a full KO for Z-tier players. What a great first game for them.
That is the classic, hey, we know what we're doing. Let's play with this vacuum. Let's be as aggressive as we can.
Yup.
And like with their comp being triple shooter Machine, their anchor being a very mobile shooter, they are able to play aggressively, move up as fast as they can. You know, I don't think you can see okay, we probably could see some Chargers do what Fif Gen did.
Yep.
But a lot of Chargers cannot do what Fif Gen just did, where just shoot, or like
just hold that front forward.
That much
Very
space.
rare midline to back lines are able to just kind of hold that space. It's not like a spotlight or like Nautilus, Ballpoint, you know, and being able to have that aggression there with the Jet Squelcher to follow suit as your shot player and Machine are just up on the front getting those picks. I mean, it shows just that comfortability that they're able to have, trusting their teammates, knowing that they could just be that close to the enemy and being able to get those picks off.
No, for sure. And I think we're going to see that continued aggression on to, I guess, just further into the set, obviously onto the next game.
Yep.
But, you know, just from knowing the 4 players myself, they're all very super hyper, ready to fight, ready to move up. They take so much space when they have an opening.
Yeah, absolutely. And taking space is going to be the aim of the game, with tower control, undertow, spillway being our game number 2 that we'll be going to. Take control of the tower path and make sure that you have enough space to move around. In a sense, you want to create that force field around your tower, almost as if it's like a giant bubbler, but with your players. Making sure no one can come around and take that player off, and just have that awareness around you to get those players out. And this could be, you know, this could be very snowbally too.
Yes, this map, I think we'll see a blaster. I definitely think we'll see a blaster from Vari3ty Squad. I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Like, blaster's home is tower control, as we all like to say. I think especially range blaster, I love to see a range blaster.
Oh, that'd be so great, especially with the poking ability that it has. So, especially on this map, and if you get a good push in, you're able to really stall it on those ramps and just around ledges in general. So, can't wait to see what they're going to bring out as we move into game number 2.
Yeah, for sure. And we're about to see the comps here. We see, oh, the heavy edit. Wow, and the 52 gal.
Very nice. We do see a Rapid Deco come out on the side of Vari3ty Squad, along with the mini Splatling with Steum.
Hey, I think this mini Splatling is going to be a sleeper pick. It has Burst Bomb and a really fast splat time. So, you know, they can be menacing.
Absolutely. Right away, Gus gets Zuka'd out. Kanan had that Zuka within the first 15 seconds of the game. Unfortunately, the follow-up by Storm will get one. Zuka popped again, but there was the Shark by 1-2-3, and they're going to be able to clear that out. Now, that's 3 players down on Vari3ty Squad with 1 Sharking. Can they get the pick off the dualies? Yes, they will. Z-tier players now moving forward with the whale to get towards his first checkpoint.
Yeah, and we see just Storm chasing this one player down. Does not want them to get anything. Able to jump out, actually. And this is just going to be a continued push from Z-tier players.
Yup, here's the Booyah Bomb to follow suit. Fif Gen looks like just having to stand there really and wait for the specialist to finish up from Vari3ty Squad. Stamp going out, trying to get one. Unfortunately, the Heavy Hitter will find one. There's the trade-off, though. But it's just a machine still alive on Z-tier players, just kind of stalling them out. Vari3ty Squad playing this slow. Zuka takes care of one, trying to find another. Cuber stays alive here as the Zuka goes around and down. They get picked off.
I have to say that is a bit of a certified Zuka moment. They just graze over a wall that you don't even know was there.
Yeah, I mean, to talk about that kind of awareness to have to get those players out. Booyah Bomb popped again. They're holding it towards this last checkpoint to get clear. Players are constantly going down. Zuka to follow suit. Gets one, gets another from spawn. How about we find a third just for the heck of it? Here's the Jet coming out. Takes the player out, but they still get the tower. Z-tier players now 2-0 over Vari3ty Squad.
I think something we want to look at towards the middle of that game. It was 3 down on the side of Z-tier players, and we just saw it was just the machine there. Only the machine in mid, just trying to save their lives, but they did a really good job of staying alive, making their opponents really look at them. They had to focus the machine, or else who knows what would happen.
Absolutely. I'm just so curious about what they're doing on the stage right now.
I do not know what's going on.
I think that's someone that's kind of helping them coach around, look at a couple things. But you know what? Hey, they know they're having a good time on stream. They're having a talk with some of their friends here, and that's what you're here to do at a LAN, right? You're here to talk to some friends you can't see in person all the time and enjoy it while you can.
No, for real. Like, LAN environments are amazing. It's amazing just to get to meet people, get to talk to people. Get a face with a voice.
Yes,
you know?
absolutely.
A lot of the time with like online communities, online games, you don't know what people look like, and it's like, you know, it's amazing to just be able to be like, I know this person.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that if you're ever wondering about going to a LAN, I mean, you're seeing what it's like firsthand on these streams. Of course, not the full extent of what these rooms look like. This center is massive, and every game that can be played is in one giant room. I mean, if we were to just look down, you could see, not miles, but you could see like 6 or 7 other streams set up next to us, commentators on each one, watching some great players play. So absolutely, just coming to a LAN is amazing. And if you're not sure if there's a LAN near you, never be afraid to check out some of the socials that are, of course, all over social media. Discord, Twitter, I mean, you name it. You're bound to find something and just have a good time trying to find either a local or a major.
Shout out to Splatoon Lands? Is that what the server's called?
I think it's just Splatoon Lands, yeah, on Twitter, and of course I do have a Discord server. So if you want to find a LAN near you, the next major, whether that's after Genesis, I know we have LTC coming up.
Yes,
after
LTC
that,
and Riptide.
Riptide, yep, and then I know they haven't announced it yet, but who knows? Maybe Big House. So Big House could make an appearance.
We might get another Big House. It
Maybe Gridlock, Metro Inc.
Hey, Metro Inc. Hey,
where's Gridlock?
Gridlock.
Number
over
2?
the summer.
That's New York LAN, New York's major, following suit after the Big Dapples that they hold as a local. So I got to give a shout out to them as well, as they're not in the Splatlands server, but
for sure. And focusing back into our game right now.
Yes, here at Genesis, the LAN that we're all focused on right now.
We're going into Game 3. Z-tier players just needs to win one more, and they win the set.
Absolutely, and it's gonna be on Clan Blitz Robo Ramen. This is an interesting set, an interesting map mode combination. One that's not played too often, but you might have seen a handful in solo queue. Alrighty, we see the Dreadbringer being pulled out. What? When there's the Crack-On roller with some Kraken cheese and Ballpoint being followed suit. What an interesting play. Kraken on both plays, actually, with Fif Gen pulling out the 96.
I think Gus is cooking. Gus is cooking with the Dreadbringer. I've been recently playing a lot of Dreadbringer like on my own time, and this weapon is fun. It is so fun. Unfortunately, the new kit, we don't have to talk about it.
We don't talk about that new kit. that really makes it just the epitome of a supportive weapon. But right off the bat, we just see the pressure they're all able to apply here on Z-tier players. Jet will be popped out for Vari3ty Squad, trying to find one player. They know one shark, and they saw him blasting at the wall. Can they get it? Oh, they get it on Gus! And there's the roller to save the comeback from the ball point from that recall.
No, for sure. And we just see the last two of Z players scattered a little bit. This ball point just trying to beam one down. Decides to use the Kraken, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Kraken will come out and chase some players around. Space being made by a handful of players. There's a nice trade-off going on the bottom. 3v3 on the map. Cooler being popped. Jump's going to come in. Unfortunately, Fif Gen cannot find one as they had to reset their RNG on the 96. Bomb might take out that jump in as it goes off at the time. No, but a Reef might be able to clear some things up. No, getting picked off. It is still 3v3 on the map, and this just felt like just a very large stall in the center of the map right now.
Again, team deathmatch in the start of Clan Blitz. We actually see the Kraken coming out from Fif Gen. Kanan getting the pick on Storm there.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a great job here, applying a lot of pressure on both sides, really. Unfortunately, Z-tier players is getting a great amount of picks here, forcing players back. Vari3ty Squad trading off as they go through. They're just in great positioning right now. Unfortunately, they will go down there one more time. Z-tier players looking to see if they can create their first massive push with 2 power clams.
Yeah, the 2 power clams. I think Storm here is just trying to play for a cooler, try to pop it before they go in with that power clam score.
Going they will with both of them. That's 40-point score. Make it another 20. Jump comes in. Wipe out for Vari3ty Squad. Z-tier players, though, with a massive push 2 minutes into the game.
Yeah, 2 minutes in, and we're seeing the first score. Score to 40. Pretty good on this map, but there is the dreaded Kraken cheese on both sides. So you never know. If Vari3ty Squad's able to get 3 power clams and that jump in, they might be able to tie up the score.
Yep, and I mean, right now they have 1 power clam with 3 other clams to each other's name, but Kraken will come out, and it looks like they're going to follow suit with it. Specials all being popped. Kraken looking to find around some picks on the side. Fortunately, the recall will go down, and these players, unfortunately, are just getting called out and picked off one by Z-tier players. A couple trades there at the end. Cooler is popped, though, and their push for Vari3ty Squad is no longer there.
For sure, and we just, again, it's still back to stalemate. It's a very back-and-forth match right now. We just see the roller actually going down, and this might be Z-tier players' chance to just push back in, hold mid again.
Yeah, I mean, something I want to point out, look at the movement that Z-tier players has compared to those players on Vari3ty Squad. You really see the types of players that they are, just the game knowledge that they have, and just understanding the functions of just their weapons overall. I mean, some of this movement is incredible. Some of this hold is amazing. Picks going off on both teams here, trying to stall this out. Z-tier players now down to 11. A couple more clams and they'll win the game. 3 more clams, that's all they need, as they're just pretty much spawn camping Vari3ty Squad. And that is going to be game number 3. We can hear the pop off a little bit on the side. There,
there Luna goes.
There it is, a lovely little pop off. Z-tier players 3-0ing their second set.
Second
as we're in
yes,
round
second
2.
Set. Yes. All right.
Wow, amazing game there. And there's a little fist bump to end it off between Storm and Luna. We see the smiles on their faces. And Vari3ty Squad did a really good job overall. I mean, they fought long and hard, and they were able to keep it stalled out for just so long. So I'm sure we'll see some GGs on their ends there.
No, for sure. And that's going to be our second round of Wave D.
Pools, yeah.
Yes, and we'll actually throw it to a little bit of a break while we try to set up our next set.
Absolutely, so don't go anywhere. More games of Pools round number 3 coming at you here, Genesis X.
Red Bull gives you wings.